Welcome to day 9 of our meditation challenge. There's only 2 more days left. Congratulations on making it this far. Today's short lesson is on the 3 different categories of experiences you can have in meditation. The first one is movement, the second one is sleep, and the third one is transcendence. So let's talk first about movement. During meditation, we can have movement in different areas. So we can have movement of our mind, where we have a whole lot of thoughts pop up. We can have movement of emotions, where you may just spontaneously perhaps start to cry or to have a deep feeling of sadness or happiness come over you, or gratitude. All of those things can happen. They're perfectly natural. You can have movement of the body even. So sometimes when I'm meditating, I will notice that my hands start to twitch or that my foot starts to twitch. And that's completely normal. When I first started meditating, I didn't really know what it was, but now that I've been meditating for a while and I've learned more about it, I know those experiences come up and they can happen. It doesn't mean that it's either a good meditation or a bad meditation. That has nothing to do with it. It's usually just a release of stress when that starts to happen, so that's okay. Usually releasing stress is a good thing. The second thing that can happen is sleep. So it's possible that you can fall asleep when you're meditating. That's why I always say it's best to meditate with an upright spine in a seated position versus laying down, because you're much less likely to fall asleep. If you do fall asleep, it's okay. Just restart your meditation after you wake up. You probably needed the sleep if you fall asleep during meditation, and so that's okay. Your body just needs to rest. And the third category or experience is transcendence. This one is not quite talked about as much. And you may have heard of transcendence and thought that's something that perhaps happens to monks who have meditated for an extended period of time. But transcendence can actually happen to anyone who meditates. It's something that can happen fairly easily with certain types of meditations. For instance, mantra meditation is one where people seem to transcend space and time. So what transcendence is and what meditation is in general is a deep sense of relaxation, and it's a deep state of rest. When you're asleep, it's a dual state of rest. So what that means is if you're asleep and someone calls your name, you're not going to hear their name some of the time. You may just stay or remain asleep. Also, you have a different breathing pattern when you're sleeping versus when you're meditating. And when you're sleeping, you may even some people start to snore, whereas that doesn't, of course, happen in meditation. Transcendence is a deep state of rest, but it's a awareness that you have during this rest. So if someone does call your name while you're in meditation, while you're in transcendence, you would definitely hear their name. You may or may not respond, but you would definitely hear that and you would know that happened. So you're still aware. Transcendence is something that happens in meditation where we transcend space and time. So we don't know what time it is. We lose track of time. We lose track of perhaps where we're at and perhaps track of our physical body itself. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't necessarily happen to everyone, but it can happen. And a lot of times with beginning meditators, they actually think they've fallen asleep, but they haven't actually fallen asleep. They've just entered into a transcendent state, which is perfectly fine. It's great. It's not a bad thing for a first-time meditator. It's a deep state of rest, so that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our meditation. Please leave a comment on social media, Facebook or Instagram. Let me know what you thought of today's lesson, and let me know how the challenge is going for you. Let me know if you're keeping up with it or not, and if you have any questions around it. Today's meditation will be another 8-minute meditation, and today's meditation is a breath awareness meditation. Go ahead and find a comfortable space where you will not be disturbed. Sit with an upright spine and place your hands either on your legs or in your lap. I'll keep track of the time and let you know when the time is up. Gently close your eyes or maintain a downwards focused gaze. Begin to bring your attention inwards. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Continue breathing deeply for the next few moments. On your next inhale, hold the breath for 3 seconds. And on your next exhale, hold the breath out for 3 seconds. Continue to do this for the next few minutes. If your attention goes elsewhere, gently redirect your attention back to the breath and to the counting. Remember, if thoughts arise, thoughts are okay. Notice the thought and then bring your attention back to the focus of the meditation. Notice where you feel your breath the most. Is it in your nostrils, in your chest, in your diaphragm? Determine where you feel the breath the most and focus on that point for the next few moments. Continue to focus on the sensation of the breath as it enters and exits your body. Notice where the sensation is the strongest, and notice what the feeling is around that sensation. Is the breath warm, or is it cold? How does your chest feel as it rises? How does your diaphragm feel as that area expands? Continue to sit for the next few minutes, focusing directly on the breath. I'll keep track of the time and let you know when the meditation is finished. thoughts arise, acknowledge the thoughts, and bring your attention back to your breath. How was it? The more you meditate, the less instruction you'll need. You may have noticed that with this meditation, I said less and you had less of a guidance during the meditation. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you don't need the guided meditation part at all, and you'll be able to meditate on your own. But thank you for meditating with me today. Congratulations on finishing lesson 9, and I'll be back again for lesson 10 tomorrow. I want to leave you with one quick quote before we go, and that is, "It is only in clear water that we can see our reflection." Thanks. Have a great day.